open.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand?
Beth's coming first time actually. Who's that? That one. Beth's that. Look amazing.
Look amazing. Right. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I extend a very warm welcome to you all here at the Hurt Arms to celebrate the marriage of Paul and Charlotte. I'm sure it means a great deal to both of them that you, their family and friends, the people who mean the most to them, can all be here to share in this very special day. This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. You are here to witness the joining together in matrimony of Paul David William Doney and Charlotte Jade Walmsley. If any person present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, it should now be declared. Perfect silence. Would all the guests please be seated?
Thank you.
Paul and Charlotte, it is this day that you take the important step of committing yourselves legally to each other. You are taking into your care and keeping the happiness of the one person whom you choose to be with. You are agreeing to share your strengths, your responsibilities, and to share your love with each other. In the presence of your family and friends, you will make a formal and public pledge that will unite you as husband and wife. And your marriage ceremony here today is a proud confirmation of the love, the respect, and the true friendship that you have for each other. Before you are joined together in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make to each other. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. I shall now ask each of you in turn to declare that you know of no lawful impediment why you should not be married to each other. So Paul, could I ask you first, please?
Yeah.
Could you repeat after me?
Yeah.
I declare that I know
I declare that I know
of no legal reason
of no legal reason
why I, Paul David William Doney,
that I, Paul David William Doney,
may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Charlotte Jade Walmsley.
to Charlotte Jade Walmsley.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, take your time.
I'm ready.
Your turn. Okay.
I'm feeling that.
I declare that I know
I declare that I know
of no legal reason
of no legal reason
why I, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
why I, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
may not be joined in marriage
may not be joined in marriage
to Paul David William Doney.
To Paul David William Doney.
Well done. Could I ask you to put your flowers down on the table? And Martin, could I ask you to step forward, please? At a family celebration, it is important to remember and acknowledge the close ties and relationships within the family and how these strengthen all of us as we grow and develop. It is especially important to remember the ties that are forged between a loving father and his daughter. And with these thoughts in mind, I now ask Martin, do you give Charlotte into the care and security of Paul for the rest of her life?
I do.
Do you want to give a little kiss? You want to take your seat? Yeah. I ask you both to turn right around to face each other and take hold of each other's hands. Again, Paul.
Oh, you're sweaty.
Again, Paul, if I could ask you first, please, to repeat after me. I, Paul David William Doney,
I, Paul David William Doney,
take thee, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
take thee, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
And again, Charlotte, it's your turn. I, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
I, Charlotte Jade Walmsley,
take thee, Paul David William Doney,
take thee, Paul David William Doney,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
We now come to the exchange of the wedding rings. This is the ancient and traditional way of sealing the vows that you are making. So could I ask Ryan to step forward with the rings, please? The wedding ring is an unbroken circle that symbolises unending and everlasting love and is the outward sign of the lifelong commitment you are making to each other. So Paul, I can see you can't wait to get that ring. I was just about to ask you to take the ring for Charlotte. So now you've got the ring, if you can place it halfway onto Charlotte's closing finger.
This one.
This one.
Hands.
No, I'm shaking.
Just keep holding it there, and again, if you could repeat after me. Charlotte, I give you this ring
Charlotte, I give you this ring
in the presence of our family and friends,
in the presence of our family and friends,
as a symbol of our marriage,
as a symbol of our marriage,
and as a celebration of our love for one another.
and as a celebration of our love for one another.
If you want to place the ring all the way on where it belongs.
Go on, keep going. Do it.
That's perfect. That's not
Anytime.
all.
No, here we go.
So Charlotte, if I could ask you now to take the ring from Paul.
Thank you,
Again, place
Ryan.
it halfway onto Paul's chosen finger. And again, if you could repeat after me. Paul, I give you this ring
Paul, I give you this ring
in the presence of our family and friends,
in the presence of our family and friends,
as a symbol of our marriage,
as a symbol of our marriage,
and as a celebration of our love for one another.
and as a celebration of our love for one another.
Again, if you want to place the ring all the way where it belongs.
Sweaty hands.
We've got sweaty hands.
Thank you, Ryan. Paul and Charlotte, in the presence of your family and friends, you have made a solemn and binding contract with each other, symbolised by the giving and receiving of rings. And you now offer each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and to be faithfully kept. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives together, and I hope that the love and friendship you now share will deepen and grow even stronger throughout the years. And it now gives me great pleasure to declare that you are joined together as husband and wife. And Paul, perhaps you might like to kiss your wife.
Yay! Love you.
It's amazing.
I'm still on my tiptoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're nearly at the end of our ceremony. By your presence here today, you are all showing your love and support for Paul and Charlotte. And I'm sure that over the coming months and years of their marriage, that same love and support will be of great value to both of them. And finally, Paul and Charlotte, I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone here today. May we wish you lots of love and happiness for the future. Many, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woo!
So we now come to the important part of our ceremony, which is dealing with all the official
I forgot
paperwork.
about
So
this
if we could just ask all the guests to remain in the seats for the time being, and just a reminder of no photography, thank you. Could I invite you to
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just check the details there. I know.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw it, I literally looked myself in that mirror over there and I was laughing. I saw your dad come through, I was smiling, I saw you come through.
Could I just say to you both many congratulations?
Yeah.
Thank you. You've both been very helpful. I hope you have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm going to step on your dress. You're going to carry me down.
I don't think I'll be able to.
Ask you to join me in a round of applause.
Hey?
I've got a microphone on as well, by the way.
What for? For the speech?
Video.
Are we meant to watch?
Charlotte and Paul.
Remain seated, put your hands together for the new Mr. and Mrs. Doney.
Yeah. Hey. Okay, gentlemen. Right, good afternoon, everyone. For those who don't know who I am, my name's Martin. I am the father of the bride, not going to be. Right, I've had a brilliant speech prepared, but I've been told to read this one instead. First, I'd like to thank Beth, the maid of honour, and Ryan, the best man, for... This microphone's a bit high, by the way. I've got good tiptoes here. Yeah, Ryan, for looking after them and giving the best send-off they could under the current restrictions, and also a warm welcome to the groom's family. When I first saw Charlotte in a wedding dress, I was filled with so much pride and happiness about how beautiful she looked today. And Charlotte was the most beautiful bride I'd ever seen since I saw her mother 32 years ago. Anyway, myself and Nicola have been married for over 30 years now. And if I was to give any words of wisdom to Charlotte and Paul on how we believe a wonderful marriage could be, always have a laugh every day. Nod your head, Paul, when you're asked to. And agree, as the saying goes, happy wife, happy life. Yeah. Or something like that. Yeah. Charlotte's been a wonderful daughter to Nicola and me. And at this point of parting into another's keeping, we thank her for all the wonderful memories, laughter and joy she's brought into our lives. I can honestly say that all the things I've done in my lifetime, being a father and caring for you, is by far my biggest achievement yet. I'd like to welcome Paul into the family. When I first met Paul, I noticed something straight away about him. No. No. It wasn't the fact that he was a bit taller than me, but how respectful and courteous he was. And so some star points awarded there, mate. We found Paul to be a well-mannered, caring and warm person, and is a credit to one person who has not yet been mentioned, but without whom Paul wouldn't be here. And that's Paul's mother, Gwen, who we already value as a friend. After we got to know Paul for a while, myself and Nicola were thinking about doing some home improvements. And it was decided, well, we'll get to it as soon as we can, but Paul must have overheard and misheard, because one lazy Sunday afternoon, Paul decided to demolish our glass shower cubicle, which ended up with me taking him to A&E. But that's all I have to say about that, Paul. Yeah, with the scars, yes. I'm not saying anything else on that one. Charlotte and Paul, your life together is just starting, and it will take many turns along the way. You'll have your glory days and you'll have your sad days. However, if you have each other, you'll both have all you need. So we look forward to having Paul as part of our family and hope that the happy couple have a wonderful future together. Finally, I'd like to all stand and raise a glass to toast the happy couple to a wonderful and bright, loving future together. Charlotte and Paul. Thank you very much.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone, all of our friends and family for being here tonight. It means so much to me and Charlotte, and all the amazing gifts that you've given us. Got my first laugh. We're here a year later than planned, but it's worth the wait to finally be able to call Charlotte my wife. Yeah. We're all here at this lovely reception of a time. As a result of the time, I got down on one knee and then two knees and popped the big question, Martin, will you pay for this wedding? It was the happiest day of my life. I want to thank Martin and Nikki for all the help they've given us towards this wedding. We couldn't have done it without you. And even before, you've always made me feel so welcome and feel like part of the family. So, yeah. You gone? Yeah. 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 You really have raised the perfect woman for me. I really wouldn't change her for the world. And I just want to say I'll always love and protect your daughter for the rest of my life. Yeah. Next. Yeah. Quick. Yeah. Steady on. Next, I'd like to thank my amazing mother for raising me and my sisters. I know it couldn't have been easy for you to raise us five, or for them, knowing that I was always the favourite. But you've always been there for me. You've always been a role model to me, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. So, to my mum. Now, on to the bridesmaid. It's been really... All right, yeah, there you are. It's been really nice to get to know you during this time. It really has felt like you've been a sister to me. But... and thank you so much for all the help you've given to Charlotte and organising the hen do. I know how much of a great time she had because I saw the state of her when I picked her up in the morning. So thank you for everything you've done for her. I know we both really appreciate it. Now, on to the best man. On to my best man, Ryan. We've known each other for a long time. And when he's not been a stunt double for Ryland Clark, he's been one of my best mates for nearly 2 decades, which, depending on what he says in his speech, might be the end of our relationship. We've known each other since we were cherry knocking and playing with Pokemon cards, and that was just during the lockdown. But seriously, thank you so much for an amazing stag do that you organised. I know how difficult it must have been during the pandemic to arrange it all, so I really do appreciate you. To the bridesmaid and to the best man. Now, if we could get everyone to stand up and give a massive round of applause to my amazing wife. I'm sure you'll all agree she looks absolutely stunning tonight. And I don't know how I've been so lucky to find a person that has just as stupid a sense of humour as me. And to be honest, if you heard the things that she said in private, you'd think she'd need to be sectioned. But that's one of the many reasons why I love Charlotte. I've gone blind. Hold on. Yeah. As I've said before, she really is the perfect woman for me. Not just her looks, a sense of humour and how caring she is, but her amazing ability to sing any song on karaoke without knowing any words to any song ever written. Yeah, as everyone that was on the hen do will probably know by now. Yeah. The last 6 years have been the best years of my life, and I'm just so lucky to finally be able to call you my wife. So, another toast to my amazing wife. I don't know why you're all still standing, by the way. Right. Right. I know you're probably getting sick of these speeches by now and just want to get another drink, but I can promise you it's about to get a lot worse. Up next is my best man, Ryan. He's not had a lot to do so far, but stand around and look good. And he's already let me down. Right. So I'm sure he's got a lot of nice words for me. So give it up for Ryan.
Keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times, right? So I've been told, settle down. So I've been told that the best man's speech should only go on for as long as the groom can last in the bedroom for. So with that being said, have a good night, people. Thank you very much. Watching that beautiful ceremony earlier, it made me realise there comes a time in a person's life when you meet the one. You know what I'm saying? The person who completes you, true love. And for Paul, that moment was 20 years ago when he met me. With that being said, let me introduce myself. I'm Ryan, the best man. Yes, lads, he chose me, none of you. Pussy dance. I know, before anyone says anything, I'm not Ryan Clark. I'm not off the telly. I didn't cry on a cold shoulder on X Factor. And I definitely can't make you go wild in the aisles like on Supermarket Sweep. Right, and then let's start with Charlotte as ladies first. Don't get nervous, Charlotte. You don't need a number 2 again, do you? You don't need. What an honour it is for us here to see you looking so stunning on your special day, compared to what me and Paul have had to witness with you in the last year and a half in your lockdown loungewear. Talk about hashtag glow up. It's fair to say you definitely get your beauty and your cracking personality from Nikki, and dare I say, your height too. Let's face it, Martin can't even reach the knife and fork drawer, never mind the top cupboard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all, no. I'm not sorry. The first time I met Nikki and Martin was when we went for the initial suit fitting. The lady who worked there pulled me and Paul aside and told us Martin's suit and shoes would have to be especially ordered in. That's when me and Paul started to panic as he's getting so close to the wedding. However, the lady then went on to tell us not to worry because it can be shipped out first class in a jiffy bag. Charlotte, you truly are an amazing person with a wonderful family, and I know that Paul will be very well looked after and is a very, very lucky man. Now then, Paul. Get yourself strapped in, lad. Right. Like I said, I met Paul back in 2001 when he moved onto a street called Pingree Drive in Shelliston, which is just off Little Meadow Road. Hold on, panicking now. For those who don't know, it's just off Little Meadow Road. Back in them days, you may have heard of the infamous gang, the Little Meadow Road Massive. Hold tight. So tight. Walk on. I know, you had the Cray twins, Peaky Blinders, and then us, the Little Meadow Road Massive. With Paul just moving on the block, he was either a new recruit or the enemy. To find out which one he was, we sent him through the toughest screening process imaginable. I walked up to him and said, "Hey, all." In which he replied, "All right, mate." And from that point onwards, he was not only in the gang, but then a founding member. Thinking of Paul growing up, like for most of us, brings back so many good memories, from hedge hopping in the rain to cherry knocking on doors and being chased by fully grown men. After getting him 3 times in one night. And with me being a chubby, fat, asthmatic child whose nickname was Chinese Egghead. Such a dream, honestly, beautiful. It was beautiful. Right, moving on to Paul's previous relations. There's not been too many encounters, surprisingly, with him being at the time a young, fit, tall, sprouting such beautiful blonde hair. However, the girl that springs to many of our minds now happens to look like a bricklayer and bats for the other team. You know who she is, Charlotte? Ooh. The first time Charlotte came onto the scene, I'm sorry, Paul, I'm sorry. She did look like a bricklayer there, I'm sorry, she did. Oh, you've leveled up, don't worry. The first time Charlotte came onto the scene, I remember thinking after Paul introduced her, yeah, all right, she's nice. Very, very nice. What's that? What's the catch? I didn't know what the catch was. He's moved on from his usual tradesman type anyway, so. The moment I knew she was the one for Paul that I felt was when Sweden versus England in the 2018 World Cup, England had just won 2-0 and was leaving the sports bar, and we've had a lot of drinks. Charlotte was definitely on her way. She was shouting as we left, shots. That's all I can remember. I was telling Paul when I was going home that I had work the next day, but somehow Charlotte caught wind of this. Oh, my God. She came straight up to me and Paul and looked me up and down and went, ugh, you're going home? Which I plucked up the courage to go, yeah, I'm going home, I've got work. She just runded off and said, you absolute pussy. And then did some stumble jogging to walkabout, probably to get some shots. Can you remember? Yeah, I remember that one as well. Thank you, yeah. Lastly, Gwen, you are truly what I would call an amazing woman. You should be so proud of yourself and Paul from not only him selflessly serving his country in the army, but also with him today marrying this beautiful lady. I have seen him over the years go from a beautiful man, beautiful man. I was so close, so close. I've seen him over the years go from a young boy into some man. Some man came from this boy somewhere. Talking to Paul about you the other day, it was clear to see that this is because of how you and all his sisters have raised him. That is why Charlotte has such an amazing man by her side, and I, a great true friend. With that all being said, it's roughly been about 6 or 7 minutes of pure magic, which is about right, isn't it, Paul? Now, let's all please raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Doney. Now, as the famous Frank Gallagher says, let's have a party!
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
or I can't help falling in love with you.
Congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Donny. And would you like to come and welcome you all onto the dance floor?
Alright, not too bad to be honest, I had that pork cob.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.